Welcome back, guys. JT here. We ain't gonna do an intro today. It's early in the morning. I just woke up. I just did a cold shower, so I'm feeling like God has got me here to do this message for y'all, and we don't need no intro. We're just gonna get right into the video because I feel like a lot of people need to hear what I'm about to say. And I'm just so grateful for all you being here, and I'm so blessed to see all of you in the comments and that you're on your healing journey and you're becoming your most authentic you. And it's just an incredible thing that we can realize our self-worth and know how much value we have after a narcissistic relationship. Because oftentimes in these narcissistic relationships, our self-worth gets diminished, our value, our self-esteem goes down. We think we mean nothing. And so going on the healing journey and, reestablishing who you were before the narcissistic relationship and finding that love within yourself is just such a great blessing to have, because a lot of people don't even get that chance to be able to do that. And with this message today, we're going to be talking about how you were the narcissist's karma. And I'm going to go into a few different parts with this. And I'm just so grateful for all of you being here and to hear all your comments. And I got an email yesterday from, Roxana Psyche, I believe, is her user. And she is a doctor and one of the best emails I've ever gotten. And she was explaining how my throat issues could be related to my attachment style. And I've talked about attachment styles in other videos: anxious, avoidant, secure, avoidant, etc. And how it's related to what we went through in childhood, and then how that's related to food. And I never even thought about this. And she sent me a bunch of links to watch different videos and different blogs or research articles, and I was like, wow, this is like totally 100% true. And so I'm just so grateful to get an email like that. And you guys, I want you to understand, when you comment on these videos, you don't know how many people you are actually helping. When I read through the comments, I see a few every single day that triggers me into another awakening or a realization of something that I'm unaware of. So when you guys comment, just know that you are helping people out there, and you're giving insightful information and giving your story and your testimony to help others. That's why we're all here. And again, I tell you guys all the time. Eventually, I want you to stop watching these narcissistic videos. Any YouTuber that's doing narcissist videos, I want you eventually to continue on your healing process and let go of the narcissist, because the videos become a new form of addiction, and then that's showing that you're not fully letting go. So in good time, like, I understand, I got a comment yesterday from someone saying how my videos help them feel less anxiety, less anxious. And I felt like that for the first 6 months as well. I had to watch like 10 videos a day, sometimes more. I remember in the first couple months, I was watching videos all day because I was just trying to figure out what the hell happened, because again, the narcissist puts us in chaos and confusion. So that's our closure, is getting the knowledge from the videos to try and understand better what had happened in the relationship or situationship or whatever it might have been. So again, I'm super grateful for all these comments, and I am going to start switching into helpful self-healing videos and becoming your most authentic self. That is what my channel is called. That's where I have the most amount of knowledge, is with self-mastery. I've gone down the spiritual road. I've done every single diet you can ever imagine. I've competed in bodybuilding shows. I've done every single fitness program you can imagine. I've done all types of different yoga, all different types of meditation practices, cold therapy, I've done everything, and I want to give that to you guys on your healing journey so you can become better. As you're switching and letting go out of the narcissist relationship, and you're letting go of everything that happened, you're on your healing journey. We need to start putting in things that are going to enhance your life to become the best version of yourself. And I always say this. I got a comment from a guy yesterday. He was like, I can't wait to hear more about cold immersion or ice baths or cold showers. And I said, I'm going to do it eventually. I am going to start shifting and doing more healing videos. And I'll still, every week, I will still be doing narcissistic videos, but I need to even it out. I can't just do one every day because I'm not helping myself and I'm not helping you guys out. I'm not doing my purpose. I'm not doing God's purpose, I believe, if I just keep doing a narcissist video every single day, because I want you guys to keep getting better. You know, if I did, 3 narcissist videos and then I did a healing video, and it's like, I just need to sprinkle it in there so you guys start to rewire your brain to that healing aspect and going in the right direction. Okay. And so, yeah, let's get into the video. But yeah, my cold shower this morning, it was brutal. It takes about 3 weeks to 4 weeks to fully get used to it. It is very painful in the beginning, but I told my mom this because she's about to start doing them. Just start doing lukewarm, just start pulling it back a little bit. Every day, pull the knob back just a touch and just keep getting yourself used to it. And what I do as well, when it gets to the really cold, like the extreme cold, I will put my one leg in and just let the water hit my leg. And I'm like, oh my God, oh, it hurts so bad, hurts so good. And I'll let my one leg get cool. It's kind of like when you go into a pool and if you just walk in and it's cold, right? And you're like, oh, it's cold. And you stay in there for like 10 seconds and then you walk back out. What happens? As soon as you walk back in, that cold on your legs isn't as bad, right? So it's the same thing with the cold shower. Just get your legs wet, take them out, put your legs back in, and you'll see that it's not cold. And when you realize that, when you put your whole body in there, it's gonna be shock because it's so much at once. But after 30 seconds, 45 seconds, you get used to it. It's not as bad. And if you sit in the same spot, stand in the same spot in your cold shower, it won't be as bad. Because when you move around, it makes it worse, 100 times worse. If you just get in the cold shower and you just let it hit your back, it's sustainable because like I said, it's the same thing as the leg. You just hit the leg and you get used to it. But if you're moving around constantly, the water's always hitting you, it's a lot worse. And they say that with ice baths, the same thing. If you sit in an ice bath, right, a lot of our core temperature is underneath our armpits, and a lot of people will do this and not move. And that is the easier route. To not move is easier. If you open your armpits up and let that water come up, and you're like slowly just moving around, immense pain, way worse. So those are just some little tidbits about cold showers, and I really believe they are one of the best things you can do to become your most authentic self. Because when you can wake up in the morning and take a cold shower or an ice bath, eventually you get to an ice bath, but you can take a cold shower in the morning, nothing else phases you. Because it feels like you're getting stabbed with a million knives. It's off, especially if you do it in the first 5 minutes, you just wake up and go, it's more potent than drinking like 10 cups of coffee. You are just ready to go. But when you feel that amount of suffering and pain the first thing in the morning, when other things stress you out in life, they are not as stressful. Because if you can deal with that amount of pain first thing in the morning, what do you think happens when you get cut off in traffic? Not going to be a big deal. Or someone, you get in an argument with your boss. Not going to be a big deal because you're training your brain and your body to endure the most amount of stress first thing when you're not ready to handle it. When stressful situations come throughout the day, you are much more capable of handling it and being at ease. So I highly recommend it. I got my Earl Grey tea here. It's early right now. This is my cup. It's got 2 owls on it. Birds of the same feather flock together. Remember that. This is what I want for all of you guys, to find that other bird, someone that is like you. Once you are healed, you're going to find that person. Delicious. Okay, let's get into it. Now that I spieled on 15 different topics in the first 8 minutes. Why are your videos so long? I just can't keep concentration for anything. So God really spoke to me this morning to give you guys this message. And I had a dream last night about the ex-narcissist. And I don't have them often, like I said, maybe once a month. And it was a dream of me feeling like I had no worth. And essentially, every single ex I've ever had was in the dream. This was a wild dream. That's why I'm doing this video so early in the morning, because I'm like, I have to give it to you guys while it's fresh. But every single ex I've ever had was in the dream, and the ex-narcissist ended up getting sexual with all of them in front of me, and then wouldn't give anything to me. And then she was a pathological liar in the dream, and was like, and because I said, hey, oh, you hooked up with Jessica. And she's like, oh, I don't remember that. No, I don't think so. And then Jessica was there, and she's like, yeah, we did. And she's like, oh, I don't know. But again, it was all the whole dream, the point of what it was trying to teach me. Again, our dreams, God gives us these dreams. I look at it, again, you can look at it as a negative, but I look at it as a positive, because there's something there that you are trying to be taught. God is trying to tell you something. Again, when you get with the narcissist, all it is to learn your lessons. That's it. It's to learn your lessons. So when you have these dreams, it's important to break it down and understand, like, regardless of how bad it was, like, it was shitty, it sucked. It was awful to feel. I woke up, I'm like, man, like feeling like not having self-worth, like you don't have value. And that's what the narcissist wants to do to all of us, is they want us to feel insignificant, to feel not worthy. And I felt that in childhood. That's what my trauma was. I was abandoned and put in foster care at a young age. So I always felt like I never had self-worth, like my value didn't mean anything. My parents discarded me multiple times through my childhood. In high school, I got in an abusive fight with my father, and I left and went to go live with my mom in a different state. And then I only lasted a few months, and she couldn't take care of me. And then I had to go back to my father. It was like I constantly was abandoned and felt no worth in my life. And this dream was the same thing, with the narcissist doing that to me, saying, all these other people, they all have value. They all have worth. I'm going to give them everything. And I know from your comments of all you guys that see the narcissist with the new supplier, their new person, they end up giving them everything that you wanted. They give them all the love and the affection and everything. And all it is to trigger you. And it's to make us feel insignificant, because that's what the narcissist wants. The narcissist wants to feel powerful and wants to put us in pain all the time. So what I realized with this dream when I woke up is, the lesson is that we have all of the self-worth. The narcissist never did anything. All they did was mirror our childhood traumas, whatever that was. That was what mine was. My narcissist mirrored my abandonment issues. And so when you look at it from my perspective of that dream, I can see that I needed to work on my self-love immensely, self-love and my value, and that I don't need anyone else to give that to me. And taking it a step further, you are the narcissist's karma, because if we know that everything in this life is lessons, the narcissist chooses to not change. The narcissist knows what they do. They know exactly what they do, right? And when God gives us lessons, God gives everyone lessons, He put you, a person of the light, a chosen one, a good person, an empath, a kind, compassionate, caring individual into someone's life that needed to learn the lessons. And they needed to treat you so shitty and then lose you because you were the best thing. You were a gift from God to them. And in the spiritual realm, they still just disrespected that gift from God. You better believe that there's karma for that. Like, they're disrespecting God, and there's karma for that. And when you leave, whether you were discarded or you left, whatever it was, when you leave and you're that person that's that good, kind, healing empath, the narcissist chose to still do all those terrible things, knowing that you were that gift for them, that you were this awesome, kind, compassionate, caring individual, and still chose to do it. So they're going to reap their karma. You are their karma. They will never get over you, ever, because you were the best thing that ever happened to them, and they still chose to do the same thing. And that's their lesson. Their lesson is understanding, I can't do these things to these types of people, because now I'm never going to find someone as good as you. They're never going to find someone as good as you, ever. They had it. They had it made. And the narcissist always thinks the grass is greener. They always think they can do better. And then they want to give all the things that you wanted to the next person. And essentially what they do is they take our energy, right? And they use our energy to get other supplies. They take our personality traits and use it. They siphon our energy and then they go and try and give it to other people. That's what they do. They take our energy and give it out to everyone else. And they think that they're going to make these other people and save them and turn them into these great people, but they're not. They're not going to do that. And oftentimes a narcissist, when they've hit their end road and they mess with a chosen one, what's going to happen is they're going to end up getting a karmic. They're going to end up attracting someone else that's an illusionist, a facade artist that can put on a master front. And then they're going to get hooked in to a bullshit, shitty ass relationship because that's their karma. They weren't content with you that had everything, and then they're going to get someone that's just like them, false, maybe narcissistic, sociopathic, psychopathic, that put on a front, and then they're going to get their energy drained. That's what happens. That's what karma is. If you put out good energy into the world, like you're a kind, compassionate, caring person, you put out great energy, what do I always tell you guys? Like attracts like. You're going to get more of that back. If you put out negative energy, as we know, energy cannot be created or destroyed. Everything is energy. If you put out that negative energy, it has to go somewhere, right? And with the narcissist, they're constantly putting out negative energy. And what's going to happen is, if you are of God and you're healing on your healing process right now, even though you're in pain, you're suffering, you're still ruminating, you maybe have telepathy attacks, etc., you still have all these side effects. When you're going towards God and you're going towards being one with yourself and being content with you, even if you're feeling all those side effects, God has you protected. And when the narcissist is sending that telepathy and that negative energy and doing smear campaign and all this shit behind the scenes, that negative energy is, yeah, you get the telepathy and, some of the side effects, but it hits you and goes right back to them. They get it tenfold. All that negative energy they put out, they end up getting back. I promise you that. I always tell you guys this. If you're seeing on social media, oh, they look so happy and, they're doing great and they have a new supply and they bought them freaking 8 mansions and 14 Lamborghinis and this and that. Again, what do we know about the narcissist? They are master manipulators and illusionists. If they tricked you in the beginning and they're so good at it, why would you think that is real, what you are seeing when they're putting on this mask to society? Oh, I'm so happy. Filters and look at my new car and this and that. It's an illusion, guys. It's an illusion. They are master illusionists. That's what they do. So don't think that just because they look like they're all having a good dandy time. No, they are dying on the inside. They are getting their karma. Negative goes with negative. They get everything coming back to them. They can make it seem like everything is all fine and dandy. They have the best job in the world. They're making so much money, whatever. They're not. They're dying. They're crying at night. They are in agony because they lost you, the one true chosen one, maybe their divine counterpart. And now they have to live with that for the rest of their lives. And it's their lesson to choose to keep doing that to other people. They will never get someone as good as you. Never, ever. And if they want to choose to get better, they have to sit with all of the things they did, which means they're going to be in immense pain. Not just the things they did to you, but every single person they've ever done to. And that's why narcissists typically won't change, because that means they have to feel the shame of all the things they've done over the course of their life. And that's a lot of pain to handle. A narcissist would rather be comfortable. A narcissist would rather hurt themselves to know that they can hurt you as well. A narcissist will hurt themselves if it means that they get to hurt you. It's absolutely crazy. Refreshing. So So I hope that helps you guys, and I want you to understand that you are in the right place. You are on the right path. You were chosen for a greater purpose. Watching these videos is meant to help you become who you're meant to be and where you're meant to go with this life. And I know it's painful. I'm dealing with the throat issues. It sucks. I would love to give all my money, my vehicle, everything I've ever had in my entire life to get rid of this throat issue, to be able to go out to a restaurant and have a steak. Like, I took it for granted for so many years, and I've heard so many stories of people with autoimmune diseases and serious conditions, cancer and whatnot. And when you get put in a situation where you have an illness, whether it's from the narcissist or not, what you end up realizing is how grateful you are for everything else in your life. And that's why I created the Manifestation Gratitude Affirmation Journal that you can purchase online. And it is absolutely one of the best things I've ever created, because it shows you to be grateful for all the small things in life. You don't take it for granted. I've had money, I've had businesses, I've gone bankrupt 4 times, 5 times. It doesn't mean anything. You will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. You will never see a U-Haul behind a hearse. We don't take anything with us when we die. And when you lose something that we take for granted, you would give everything to have that back. So just focus on the things that you are grateful for, that you do have right now, that you have a bed to sleep in, that you have comfortable pillows, that you have clothes to wear, that you can afford to do your laundry, that you can go out to the movies, that you have solitude and you get to be in a home. Like, whatever it is, all the small things that you're grateful for, take advantage of that, because that's what means the most. And when you become grateful for those small things, you'll be grateful when God blesses you with the bigger things. I saw a kid at the gym the other day that had one arm. And I'm like, would I trade my throat condition to have one arm? No, I wouldn't. And I thought about, what would that kid give to have both of his arms? Everything. What would all of you that have, like I read in the comments, cancer, schizophrenia, psychosis, depression, anxiety, PTSD, all these things, what would you give to get rid of that? Right? So this is why we have to become grateful for all the things that we do have. And when we become grateful for all those things that we do have, it will give us internal happiness and joy and peace and contentment. That's what I want for all of you, to realize everything that you have. I used to be, like I said, I used to have an ego in my 20s when I was a bodybuilder. And, I look in the mirror and I can, I'm single digit body fat, and I work really hard at it. I don't have a high metabolism. Like, I eat the same foods every single day. I go to the gym 7 days a week. Like, it takes a lot of work. But I would give up all my muscle, everything that I've ever worked for in the physical, to be able to just go out and have a burger. To just be able to have a burger. Think about what having a burger means to you. You probably don't even think about it. It's just, oh yeah, I'm just having a burger. But to someone else, someone that has a condition like me, that is everything. Everything. So be grateful for all the things that you do have, whether you have an autoimmune disease and you're stuck in anxiety. Well, be grateful that you have, a platform to watch videos to relieve your anxiety, that you can learn exercise techniques to get rid of the anxiety. Be grateful for all the small things. And that's truly going to take you to where you need to go in this lifetime. And I really hope this message resonates with some of you out there. I really want the best for all of you. And I hope you enjoy the day and continue to do the healing work, and don't get down when you do have these bad times. I had my negative dream last night, but it was just a lesson to teach me things about my own abandonment issues, and to understand that I always had the self-love inside me. I never needed it from anyone else. So when you get these moments, or the telepathy, just understand it's God is teaching you lessons. Lessons. Everything is lessons. And when you learn those lessons, you don't repeat them. Just like in school, you fail a bunch of classes, you repeat the grade. And you keep doing that until you learn the lesson. So learn the lessons, guys. Heal yourself. Heal your inner child. And now you will be able to become the most authentic version of you and keep on elevating. You're on a different plane. If you're healing and you're watching this video right now, the narcissist is on a frequency and energetic plane here. You are here. And as you keep healing, as you keep learning the lessons about your inner child, your abandonment, your traumas, you give yourself the self-love, you're here. The narcissist is still here. They ain't ever going up here unless they choose to change everything and repent for all their sins and go on a crazy healing journey. But through your healing journey, you're going to keep leveling up and you're going to be on these different planes. And when you level up on these planes, you attract people on those planes. So that's why it's important. You have to become that best version of yourself to get that dream person you've always wanted. Okay. All right. Now let's get the day started. So enjoy the day, guys. Go get a workout in if you can. Eat healthy. Stay safe. Be your most authentic self. Be kind and compassionate. Give to others as much as you can. And just be grateful for everything that you do have. And I know that God will bless you more. The more that you give and the more that you help people, you will be blessed. I promise you that. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the day, guys. See ya.